Hi again. It's actually it's beyond the time when I should be reading the Courier. The Courier came out on Friday. This is me just sat down after all my family's left, and it's Monday evening. I've got a new microphone coming, so hopefully the audio will be a bit better. It's I can't remember the make of it, but it's quite a good one. The bike run is a run to Hollee, just off the A75. A friend of mine lives near there. And the Courier is Friday, December the 30th, 2016. And on the front page, what have we got here? That looks like it's an advert for Casamia. It says it's open on the 1st and 2nd, so it's open tomorrow. 53 Nunham Road. And the highlights on the front page are: bus crashes into house, 2 injured in 3-vehicle town accident, resident finds home badly damaged, and passengers and drivers were hurt. Bus firm offers help with injury. Police make appeal for witnesses. And then we have Boxing Day tradition, and we've got a picture of some like huntsmen on horses. The news, it says White Sands go ahead. Councillors delay bid rejected, page 4. Got another advert for penny curtains. No job too big or small. Specialist in making and repairing curtains, cushions, chair covers and bedding. Free measuring, collection and delivery. And the phone number is there, 07842 927 112. And then we've got Anderson Kilts, which is another advert, obviously. Available to hire. Highland granite tartan trousers available with a range of jacket styles. 5 Church Crescent, and it's 01387 250 250. And there's a website, andersonkilts.co.uk. And we've got sport, teenage ice stars in town, Dumfries players NGB squad, page 38. We've got LIP and Construction Limited. Tarmacking division will be operational from 9th of January 2017. And we have EPOS Systems. Never heard of that one before. Suitable for the retail and hospitality sector. Handheld ordering, cloud back office, hotel PMS integration, e-commerce link, PDQ integration, stock control. Okay, and the number is 01387 257 027. I'm just going to stop this narration just to check the audio quality. So the audio was okay, it came out alright. I'm looking forward to getting this new microphone because it's it clips. You can clip anywhere. It's got a big boom on it, and it clips. You can clip on a shelf above me, so the microphone's completely hands-free. At the moment it's on a tripod. I'm having to move the tripod around as I move the paper around. Anyway, I'm on page 2 now. That's the first, the front cover sorted out. Oh my goodness, it says here, car somersault into roundabout underpass. Goodness me. A car on the Dumfries bypass flipped over a guardrail and plunged down into a pedestrian underpass on the A701 Edinburgh Road roundabout. The 36-year-old female driver of the white Fiat Punto was left trapped in her car as it lay upside down. And on Wednesday was transferred to the Queen Elizabeth University Hospital in a serious condition. Goodness. A Police Scotland spokesman said it somersaulted over the barrier and landed on its roof down below. For goodness sake. The spokesman said it's a fair old accident, and it's very lucky that there was no one on the path on the cycleway down below. And with the single vehicle crash took place on the A75 bypass just after 5 p.m. on Tuesday, the spokesman added, at 5 p.m. at night it could have been a busy time. It could have been a busy time. Could be a busy time. That's an error there. People in the area witnessed the accident, which saw a lane closed on the Dumfries bypass and traffic eased around the scene. I wondered what all the cones were. Police say the driver was rescued by firefighters before being taken to hospital. The spokesman said she's serious. She's got a head injury and she's got serious back injury, so she's been classed as serious just now. Police are now appealing for anyone who witnessed the crash to come forward and help with inquiries. PC Stuart Delaney said, "We are appealing to anyone who was on the stretch of roadway to get in touch with us if they witnessed this crash. Callers can contact us through 101. That's horrendous. Then we've got 3 guilty of town purse theft. 3 Bulgarian women stole a purse from a shopper, helped themselves to the £200 cash, and then hid the purse in the pocket of a jacket in a fashion shop. The Dumfries Sheriff Court heard that the purse was even eventually found by a person later trying on the jacket in the shop. In the court on Wednesday, the 3 girls named there, and their ages between 30 and 32, all with a London address, and admitted that the theft of the purse was at W. H. Smith shop in High Street, Dumfries, last month. The court heard that the trio had been working as cleaners in London and come up north hoping to find work. But Deputy Fiscal Alison Herald told the court that it seemed they had operated with one taking the purse, another as a lookout, and the third ready to cause a distraction if necessary. But they were arrested after the police had reviewed the CCTV systems. Sheriff Brian Mahone said that they all spent 8 days in custody, and because of that he ordered each to pay £70 compensation. And the weather, it's a bit, we're on Monday already, so we know the weather. What else have we got? St. Michael Street Services. We've got IK Miller Joinery, it's an advert. What do they do? It's roof systems for existing conservatories and porches. Energy saving, noise and glare reduction. What do we do then? All aspects of joinery work undertaking, no job too small, no distance, no object. Contact 01461 2003 612. Fantastic. Just looking on the first page, nothing else. And then we've got another crash. It says here, 2 injured as bus crashes into front of house. A driver and a passenger were injured when a bus crashed through a wooden fence and into the sandstone front of a house in Lockerbie Road. Wow. So whereabouts in the Lockerbie Road is that? Goodness. The stagecoach bus was one of the 3 vehicles involved in the incident in Dumfries on Wednesday afternoon. Resident Fraser McGarva was out at the time of the crash, and it says it's a disaster as the house is badly damaged inside and one of the interior walls is badly cracked. The front door and front of the house is all smashed up and the damage is really bad. Normally I parked my vehicle outside, but I was away at the time. He added, "I came home after about a quarter of an hour after the accident, and it was an absolute shock, and I couldn't believe it." The bus was travelling down Lockerbie Road heading for the town centre just after 4 p.m. when the accident took place, with 8 passengers on board. Police Scotland say that the other vehicles involved, a BMW Series 5 car being driven by a 63-year-old man, also from Dumfries, and a BMW Series 3 car, which was parked at the scene. All 3 vehicles were damaged, and the 49-year-old male bus driver and 67-year-old female passenger was taken to a hospital suffering bruising and soft tissue injuries. And a Police Scotland spokesman said the road at the Locus was closed for around Locus. Is that location? The road at the location was closed for around 2 hours to allow for recovery of the vehicles. A gas engineer was called to the scene. He said, "We couldn't go into the house to check the appliances because it was too dangerous, so we had to cut the supply off from the outside." Police Scotland officers are carrying out a full investigation, and Stagecoach Western have said that they will help police with their investigation. PC Edward Mann at Dumfries said, "We are keen to hear from anyone who may have witnessed this collision. I would ask that they call Police Scotland in Dumfries on the 101 number if they can help." Fraser McGarver, a young fella, returned home to find his house badly damaged. That's a picture of him in front of his house. And we've got an advert for Gems, which is jewellery and gifts. There's no phone number there, but they're on the outside, Unit 5 High Street, on the outside of a Long Centre Shopping Centre. Stop this video a second. That's me back. I'm on page 3 still. My cold's kind of going. I virtually got rid of it. I feel a lot better within my body. It's just my throat and kind of feel still a wee bit fluey in my head, but everything else seems to be okay. It's just my throat really, just getting my voice back a little bit. Still feel a wee bit, Anyway, where am I? I'm on page 3, and I've got some adverts. We've got a winter sale at the Dumfries Bed Centre, and we've got Dumfries Bed and Carpet Centre. Are these the same people? Just trying to see if I can see an address or a number. I think they're all the same people. So it's 0138 7 266 676. Carpets is 0137 264 071. It's a Dumfries Bed and Carpet Centre. We've got a sale on. Page 4. Oh, I beg your pardon, if someone's still there on page 3. It's the little snippet there. A mother has admitted in court at Dumfries to be drunk in charge of a child. On Wednesday, the 28-year-old, who cannot be named for legal reasons, admitted committing the offence at the house in the town on Boxing Day. She pleaded not guilty to assaulting the 6-year-old child by seizing her on the head, pulling her hair and striking her with her hands. And also denied assaulting a man. It's spelled W-I-T-H-E-R. We might as well just leave the other H out and join it all together. Fantastic. With her hands, and also denied assaulting a man by biting him on the head. Trial and sentence deferred has been set for March. Okay, so page 4. Delay bid fails on sand scheme. Hollywood Diary. Family notices. Family announcements. It looks like that's just an advert. That's just the courier advertising. There's a space here if you want something. Okay. Delay bid fails on Sands scheme. A controversial 25 million scheme for white sand has been given the go-ahead. Councillors yesterday voted by 22 to 12 and with 2 abstentions to move forward with the flood prevention and regeneration project. Speaking at a special meeting of full council, council leader Ronnie Nicholson said, having voted unanimously to proceed with the scheme a year ago, to delegate to officers authority to develop the scheme at considerable cost to a position whereby it is ready to be published under the relevant flood risk management. It really would beg our belief if we suddenly said we've changed our mind. Frankly, it would bring this council into disrepute and throw away a once-in-a-generation opportunity to tackle the flooding problem that has plagued our regional capital for longer than anyone in this room can remember. Councillor Nicholson argued that the plan for an earthen bund and wall running alongside the River Nith was significantly different from early drafts that included a large embankment rather than a raised walkway. He said that's in no small part due to the input from the public in what has been several years of extensive consultation. However, concerns continue to be voiced over changes to river views, the removal of 146 spaces in a car park next to the river, and disruption from a construction period lasting up to 2 years. Acknowledging a public petition with over 10,000 signatures, Councillor Ian Carruthers had collected the councillor signatures necessary to bring the issue back to full council. Speaking after yesterday's vote, Councillor Carruthers said, "I'm really disappointed with the outcome. I feel this was a chance that the council could have sat back and reflected on the decisions that were made going back to December 2015. Councillor Carruthers says the council leader's reference to a significantly different scheme was the reason why I argued it shouldn't be looked at again. Noting costs on the council's preferred scheme have now risen from 15 million to 25 million after the changes. Councillor Carruthers added, one of our predominant reasons for sticking to that option was the cost. Councillor Carruthers now anticipates strong public objections in the 28th day after the scheme is published, resulting in a local inquiry." Family notices. So Keith and Anita have got engaged. Is it? Yeah, that's it. And deaths. Monica Murray. In memoriam, Breeze, Shanks, and Whitefield. Holyrood Diary, Disability Cuts, Europe Committee, Bumper Budget, The Stove. Page 5. Hospital wrap for failing to set out operation risks. So we've got Brent and the Gateway up to 70% off. We've got an advert from the Aldi. We've got some whiskies. Oh my goodness, lovely. What have we got? Whiskey style. Glenmarnock. Oh, lovely. So we've got a single malt, we've got a 12-year-old, another single malt. What's the difference? We've got Highland and an Islay. Okay. We've got Prosecco, which seems to be the thing to drink these days. Okay. And we've got a motorist who drove in Lockerbriggs like an idiot, banned for 14 months to resit his test. He didn't have a license either, and he didn't have insurance. Page 6, court file. A fine of £300 has been imposed in court on a man on an assault charge. A man stole a car. He's been banned from the roads for 2 months. A man has been banned from entering a village. And St Mary's Industrial Estate, a premises on St Mary's Industrial Estate. There's a man being growing cannabis in Dumfries. What else have we got? What's this? Oh, there was somebody on a pickpocketing safety initiative in Dumfries. Police Scotland joined up with the People's Project to promote free bells which can be attached to handbags, helping to halt sneak thefts. Interesting. PC Hope explains that the bells are attached to purses. He said if someone does try to steal your purse, either you'll be alerted by the noise, or whoever's trying to steal your purse will be aware of the noise and be thwarted. Is the idea behind them. Teenager seriously injured. So this is still on page 6. A teenager was yesterday being described as serious but stable after a road crash in Dumfries on Christmas Eve. At about 9:30 on Saturday, police received a report of a 19-year-old male pedestrian who, having been struck by a green Vauxhall Adam on Glasgow Street, at its junction with Glasgow Street. I'll say that again. Vauxhall Adam on Galloway Street at its junction with Glasgow Street. Emergency services attended the man, and the man was taken to Dumfries and Galloway Royal Infirmary before being transferred to Edinburgh Western Infirmary. Inspector Campbell Moffat is asking anyone who witnessed this incident to contact officers from the Division Road policing unit based at Dumfries. 2 new summary sheriffs have been appointed in the sheriffdom to South Strathclyde, Dumfries and Galloway, based at the Hamilton Sheriff Court. Ross McFarlane QC and Linda Nicholson are part of the largest ever judicial recruitment for a role created through court reform and will take up office in March. Court file. Again. A woman to face trial at Dumfries Sheriff Court next month on a charge of seizing another woman by the neck in a headlock. Trials take place, it's a different one, next month of a man charged with repeatedly hitting another man on the head. A man who alarmed 3 bouncers at Dumfries night spot by running at 3, then brandishing an 8-inch black handled kitchen knife, has been jailed for 11 months and banned from the nightclub for 2 years. Next one, a Cumbrian motorist is to face trial in April on charge of driving dangerous on the A75. And then another one, a fine of £400 and a 12-month driving ban has been imposed by the sheriff at Dumfries on a motorist on a drink drive charge. The man accused of being in possession of a lock knife in a public place without reasonable excuse or authority is to face trial at Dumfries Sheriff Court. Trial will take place in April of a man who on a charge of behaving in a threatening and abusive manner towards a 13-year-old boy. Then we've got the genuine winter sale. And it's Norman Furnishings, 34 to 42 English Street, 01387 269 821. That's page 7. It's the whole of the page 7. Just turn the page, page 8. We have Rescue Charity Homes 1100th Greyhound. Wow. What have we got here? Milestone achievement, says the caption underneath the picture. You've got a chappie there and a lassie, and they've got they're holding up a bit of card, and it says 1100, and below the bit of card is a beautiful looking greyhound. Chairman Arthur Robinson hands over their 1100th greyhound to Ellen Mobby of Palford. And the next story is police warn of winter scams. Scams within Dumfries and Galloway peak within the winter months, warn Police Scotland. Numerous scam attempts have already been reported to police, with the perpetrators using various methods such as telephone, letter, email, buying and selling sites or the wider internet. Crime Reduction Officer Constable Clark Logie said in the latest example, the initial contact was through the perpetrator getting in touch by phone or offering a loan after the victim had been exploring internet-based money lending sites. No matter what story or scenario it is used by the perpetrator, they are looking to obtain money from you, whether it is getting you to transfer money to them or to transfer vouchers or credit. The scammers normally achieve access to the victim's accounts by promoting the sale of a product, inheritance, a lottery win, or any other form of financial benefit. However, before the victim can receive their product, they must pay a deposit to the scammer for an administration fee, forcing them to disclose bank details, allowing the perpetrator to easily access to withdraw money. More recently, rather than requesting payments, the perpetrator requests that the victim purchase an iTunes voucher and then contacts the perpetrator with a voucher code. The perpetrator then applies the voucher to another account, taking the cash value, leaving the victim out of pocket. Reinforcing the message, Constable Logie said, in general terms, do not give out any financial details over the telephone or on the internet. This includes iTunes vouchers, numbers of banking details, unless you are 100% certain who you are talking to. Sex scam warning to region's men. Men in the region are being warned of an online extortion scam. Police Scotland is warning that hundreds of males are likely to fall victim as social media channels are used to steal money. The scam is typically aimed at men between the ages of 18 and 44 who are targets of organised crime groups, usually based overseas, who seek to extort money from them by luring them to perform explicit sexual acts on social media. If they do so, the victim is then threatened that if they do not pay hundreds of pounds through money service bureaus, the footage will be posted online and sent to friends and families. Okay, we've got full court file again on page 8. A motorist who drove without insurance has been fined £400. A man who stole a deodorant at a store in Dumfries has had his sentence deferred by 3 months and has been warned to be of good behaviour. A fine of £200 has been imposed by the sheriff at Dumfries on a man who breached a bail condition. A man who breached a court bail order not to approach a particular woman has his sentence deferred for background reports. A man who has been warned by a sheriff not to enter any licensed premises in Scotland except for supermarkets. A man is to face trial in Dumfries Court on charge of behaving and threatening in a threatening manner and obstructing police. And there's a massive advert. It's the whole of page 9 by say that again. It's Barber's Sale Now. 01387 254 3430. We know where Barber's is, don't we? Page 10. He's going to pause for page 10. So here we are on page 10. I just needed some, my throat needed some lubrication in the form of a coffee and a Baileys. The Baileys is still there, I haven't drunk it yet, it's just sitting there. But yeah, what we were saying. Okay, page 10. It says here, shoppers Late rush helps town's Christmas trade. The late rush by shoppers in the final week before Christmas helped deliver a boost to retailers in Dumfries. Oh, fantastic. And then we've got a big advert. No, it's not a big advert, it's a massive picture of some graffiti on a wall. I'm assuming, I'm just trying to think where that is. So let's read it. It says, getting creative. Hundreds of artists are set to transform Dumfries into one of the most creative places on the planet next month with the arrival of the big brown supper. And then below that we've got Dumfries School, first in region to claim digital status. A school in Dumfries has become the first to achieve digital school status. Colside Primary has achieved the honour, and the Programme Coordinator of Digital Schools Award Scotland, Iofa, I don't know how you pronounce that name, sorry. I can't even think how you pronounce that. AIOFE, O'Connor said, on behalf of the partners involved in the Digital Schools Award Scotland, I'd like to congratulate Colside Primary School on being awarded digital school status, the first in Dumfries and Galloway to do so. And then we've got court file on page 10 again. A motorist has been accused of driving dangerously on the A75. Trial will take place next month. There's a different one of a man on a charge of seizing hold of a woman at Main Street in the Abbey and repeatedly kissing her on the lips. A man who shouted and swore at paramedics and police officers in Dumfries has been fined £400. A man has been accused in court in Dumfries in possession of morphine. A motorist who was caught behind the wheel with a shade over the drink limit has been banned from the road for 12 months. A man is due to face trial at Dumfries Sheriff Court next month on 2 charges of sending threatening and intimidating messages. A man has been charged with assaulting a woman and striking her on the body with a tablet computer. Page 11 is a massive advert. Anderson's. Kitchens. Okay. Massive advert there. What does the advert say? Massive winter sale now on, with more than 50% off. What have we got here? Page 12. Brexit is set to dominate. New Year brings new president. Your views. Burning issue. As the year comes to a close, we asked our readers what their highlight of 2016 has been. My highlight, says a woman from Dumfries, my highlight in 2016 would have to be getting married and the birth of my son. A chappie says watching the Team GB do so well in Summer Olympics. And another girl from Gretna, she was elected head girl of the Annan Academy and she was honoured for that. She felt honoured. Okay, there was a guy who said he had a nice meal. The other one was a girl got into her choice of university. Okay. And then page 13 it says Potter artwork on show in town. Harry Potter fans can meet illustrator Cliff Wright and see his works at a children's book exhibition in Dumfries. When's that? I'm just trying to find when it runs from. So it says at the end there, Picture Hooks runs until Saturday the January 7th from 10 AM to 5 PM. Right, so it's probably it's 10 AM now, 10 AM on January the 4th to January the 7th, 5 PM. So it's like, what's that, 3 days, 4 days, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4 days. And below that we have, a man was falsely reported to police when he had been the victim of an assault and robbery and had been jailed for 30 days at the Dumfries Sheriff Court. Last Wednesday, the man from Dumfries admitting wasting police time and rendering others liable to suspicion of assault and robbery in December. Heath Hall Primary School pupils have found time among the madness of Christmas to take part in Computer Science Education Week. Pupils enjoyed an hour of code, just part of the event which involved tens of millions of pupils in over 180 countries learning about computer coding through fun activities. Quote file on page 13. A woman shopping in Dumfries town centre went from one shop to another and suddenly discovered her purse containing £2,070 and credit cards had disappeared. Police traced back her movements to the Iceland store in the town's high street and reviewed the CCTV showing one man removing the purse from the woman's pocket and handing it to another man. A neighbourhood dispute blew up when such and such heard a couple talking on the other side of the door. He shouted about seeing them face to face and repeatedly shouted at one woman who was said to be left physically shaken and upset, admitting behaving in threatening and abusive manner. Sentence was deferred for 4 months and he was warned to be of good behaviour. Cross flags Dumfries advert. What are they saying here? It's the Nissan part of cross flags. It's an advert there. Okay, page 14, page 15. So page 15, Holyrood Diary. Head injury charity goes solo. Holyrood Diary by Colin Smythe, Labour South of Scotland SNP, saying no to cuts. And then head injury charity goes solo. A charity helping people with brain injuries in the region is to become independent, breaking away from the national organisation. New story. Life-saving plan for village phone box. A phone box in Dunsker may be used to save lives, granting it a new lease of life. BT identified 112 phone boxes for potential closure, and Dunsker Community Council has decided that they want the box in Kirkgate to house a defibrillator rather than go to waste. New story. Farming roundup. School and dairy farm visit. Pupils in Dumfries enjoyed an educational visit to a dairy farm, thanks to sponsorship from a bank. St Ninian's Primary School visited Crockmore Farm near Crocketford last week, along with Eileen Hornell and David Rowe representing the agribusiness team from sponsors Clydesdale Bank. Keep animals out of floods way. New story. Livestock owners are being advised to keep their animals out of harm's way in the event of flood warnings. New story. Last chance for beef farmers to apply. Beef producers are being urged to ensure they submit their support scheme applications before the window closes. And then we've got Boxing Day Tradition. This is covering, oh no, there's a wee advert on page 16, not advert but it's a story. Health Board response to test calls. Right, the NHS Dumfries and Galloway have responded to calls for a new cancer test to be made available locally. It was claimed last week that the region's health board are one of just 3 in the UK not to offer, oh my goodness, this is a medical word, ONCOTYPE, Oncotype DX to breast, offering Oncotype DX to breast cancer patients. But defending their position, a spokesman for the NH Dumfries and Galloway said, when a patient has surgery for breast cancer, it is possible to send a small portion of the cancer tissue off for analysis in the American laboratory. The analysis helps indicate if the risk of the cancer recurrent is low or high. If the risk is low, patients may choose to avoid post-operative chemotherapy and the side effects that may go with the chemotherapy. The test is unsuitable if patients have evidence of spread of cancer beyond the breast, as this would indicate clear need for chemotherapy. If the test is advised by either or local specialists or visiting cancer specialists from Edinburgh, the board arranges the test promptly, and there has been no difficulty in doing this. We are surprised therefore by the suggestion that we do not make this test available. Canine Canvas. A very special dog has been immortalised in an artwork now shown in Dumfries. George the Ambassador dog, who works for Visit Scotland, was painted while on a trip to Loch Can. Captain George the Sea Dog illustration is work of Edinburgh-based artist Graham Clark. It has been seen at the Dumfries Eye Centre on the right sands. And we've got the rest of it's all the hunt. Festive field to local hunt meet, Boxing Day Tradition. Page 18 and 19 is TV guide. There's a big quiz there. What is this quiz? What is this quiz? You're not allowed to use Google. Okay. Going out, there's stuff going on in the region, upcoming events, the Lonsdale World Theatre Dumfries, Calavrock, stuff going on there. I think there's a picture of Calavrock there. A tour will be available at Calavrock Castle on Friday as past, isn't it? And there's the answers for the big quiz. We've got Sudoku, we've got crossword, film focus. Oh yeah, Rogue One, a Star Wars story is... Oh yeah. That was on, wasn't it? Star Wars film is on at the moment. And we've got a new advert for Grace and Graham. It covers the whole of page 27. What's this one? That page 28 is Border Cars. And we've got other bits and pieces. Telford. What else have we got here? We've got Click Cars. The Marketplace. You've got Mobile Carpets. We've got the Blind Specialist. We've got Elegant Blinds. CB Blinds Lockerbie, DATS Blinds, Artistic Blinds. Recruitment. Contracts Engineer Boiler Division for whom? For Cochrane. Who do you apply to? Email CVs to hr@cochrane.co.uk. Got more adverts. MGS Roofing Contractors 01461 718 551. Total Roofing 01461 718 599. John Stewart Roofing Services 01576 300 317. Sterling Roofing Services 01387 347 218. Home Services. What have we got here then? Windows and Conservatories 01387 811 322. Logs, Pallets, Briquettes. That's in Heath Hall 01387 731 210. Monoblock and Paving, Marchmount Monoblock and Paving Services 01683 220 459. S. Snape Land and Engineering Services, it's in mobile 07590 906 023. Handy Maintenance Painting, all trades covered, internal or external, it's 01387 256 291. Kitchen Fitted, Tyler Paint and Decorate, this is a new advert. Gardening, Fencing, Decking and Patio 01461 205 708. TV and Domestic Repair, this is 01461 204 599. Taylor on the Blink 01387 261 313. Arc Drains is 01576 470 888. Bell Electrical 01576 20 24 36. Electrician 01461 337 303. Carpet Cleaning is 07966 096 385. Carpet Cleaning and Upholstery Cleaning 01387 263 800. Rock Salt McDermott 0137 251 010. Grounds Co 0137 830 220. Landscaping and Garden Design 01461 407 35. I missed one out there. I'll give the mobile instead then, because that's not right. So 01461. No, they've missed one out there. Sure they have. 0781 393 601. That's their mobile. Roofing. Roof Tech Limited 01461 758 461. Knights Roofing Services 01387 419 322. MOT A. Kirkpatrick is Lockerbie 202521. W.J. Grieve Eastriggs near Annan 01461 40203. So that was right then. There's only 5 digits after the area code. Alright, so the Down to Earth Landscape and Garden Design number is, the landline is 0461 407 35. Okay. And there's a van here for sale 5495 in offers 077964 04175. There's a Skoda for Skoda. I said this last week. Skoda. Same Skoda by the looks of it. 575 01461 206 722. I'll pause the video and save it. So I'm on page 33 now. I've read a bit of the adverts on page 32. It's mostly adverts now. It's James Hollee of Dumfries. There's some sort of sale on them. Bonus tag event to the 16th of January, up to 22% off. We've got David Hayton has a sale, opening 7th January, Auto Store Car Supermarket. We've got Grace and Graham, price of what they've got in stock and for how much. I'll have to have a look through that actually, see what they've got. Well, the wife is wanting a new car. I've seen that one anyway. Border Cars, big advert there. James Hawk again on page 37. Where are we now? Coming into sport, I think. Let's have a look. Sports scene. Page 38. What have we got here? Martial arts expert runs seminar in Dumfries. Matt Fiddles. No, I'll say it again. Matt Fides or Fides. When did he come to Dumfries? He's been. Yeah, he came to Dumfries. Town hosts Junior Ice Hockey International. Ice hockey players descended on Dumfries this week, with the town hosting an international under-16s tournament. Hopper Kennels, festive cheer for Hopper Kennels. There was a winning double for veteran Gretna trainer Tony Hopper's kennel at the final Halcrow Stadium Greyhound Racing meeting of the year on Friday night. So football, Naismith talks changes. Queen of the South manager Gary Naismith is hoping he can end the dismal run of 12 games without a win as he takes his side into a Derby Hogmanay match. The Doonhamers you'll know all about this, it's Monday. Last page goes to Border Cars, Real Deal. Well, that's the courier for this week. At least I get to read it. If I read it or narrate it, I read it. That's the courier. A couple of bits of, I've not gone into too much detail. I've not read absolutely every single story. You don't need to, just get the highlights of stuff, what's in the paper. That's what most people do, isn't it? Some people read it cover to cover. Some people just read the highlights, get the gist of it. So that's what I've done this week. I'm hoping to get the new microphone. It came, but I wasn't in, so the Royal Mail took it back to the Great King Street, and I'll have to pick it up tomorrow. It wasn't open today. I don't think it was open today. I've got a feeling it was. I didn't see any postmen, so it couldn't have been open. So I'll go there tomorrow morning and pick it up. Thank you for watching and listening. If you like these videos, please comment, like, share and subscribe. That'd be fantastic. And I'll see you next week for the courier next week.